Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Shri Gaurnikai ki jai, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande.
Hare Krishna, liebe Gäste, liebe Devotees, ein herzliches Willkommen zu unserem Krishna-Tempel Zürich an diesem letzten Tag von diesem Jahr. Hare Krishna, dear guests, dear devotees, a very warm welcome to our Sunday program on this final day of this year. Today, our program, we will have our usual Sunday program. This will mean that we will now going to have a talk on some spiritual topics. At 5 o'clock we will have our usual Sunday feast, vegetarian vegan feast. At 6 o'clock, 6:15 there will be a mantra meditation, and at 7 o'clock our temple ceremony, and from 8 till 9:30 there will be more kirtan, more singing of mantras and the holy name. But today later, for the Sylvester, there will be some more program. At around 10 o'clock there will be a fire sacrifice here, and later there will be more kirtan, and at midnight there will be one more darshan of the Lordship for the new year. So that is the program for today. And for the talk, we would like to invite here His Grace Dina Dayal Prabhu. Please invite him with a big Hari Bol. Hari Bol. He has been practicing Krishna consciousness for over 24 years. He was born in Estonia, and he studied there in the Estonian Academy of Arts. He studied there to be a product designer, and for over 20 years he has been traveling many countries, 27 countries, where he is performing Vedic martial arts and entertaining the people with Vedic martial arts, and also showing them a new way, a perspective to Krishna consciousness. And for some years now he's living in Zurich, and he has entered the what we call the householder life, and currently he's now formulating and also trying to teach the Vedic martial arts to the new younger generation. So we are very happy that he is here and going to give the Sunday talk. Thank you very much.
Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari, Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari, Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari, Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari, Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha
Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari 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 Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari 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 Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody for this last Sunday program in 2023. And today's topic is Happy New Year. I know you wouldn't have guessed that one. What does it mean to celebrate New Year? For people who are more introspective, it is a time of reflection. It is a time to be introspective, to make inventory. We look back, we see the problems and challenges of the past, and we make resolutions. We make commitments. New Year means we have one more year of wisdom and realization behind us. Hopefully. When we say Happy New Year, and then you look at the media and news, there's nothing on the horizon that indicates happy times coming. More like ever-increasing financial crisis, but political insecurities. What keeps the world going is the hope. It will get better. It hasn't gotten better yet, but it will get better. Because there's no way anybody would be able to go on without actually believing things will get better. Because if you believe things are getting worse, then why to even try? And this hope is very natural for us as a soul, to have hope that yes, this upcoming year, things will shift in my favor. In this new year, Krishna's winds will blow in my direction. There's a nice saying, hope is the ability to hear the music of the future, and faith is the ability to dance to it today. Because you cannot have faith without hope. So, in other words, the day you stop feeling excited about the future is the day you stop living. In one person's tombstone, in graveyard, it was written, "Here lies Mr. Such and Such. He died at the age of 45, but he was buried at 75. Well, what happened is, at the age of 45, he stopped being excited about the future. He gave up hope. So, New Year is a time to review our past, but without becoming discouraged. There may be so many reasons to be discouraged. Some people think, it's too late. I'm too old. I made too many mistakes. No, I missed my chance, basically. Some people think, if something should have happened to me, it must have happened by now. So it will never happen. But if something didn't happen in the past, doesn't mean it's not in store for you in the future. And therefore, the greatest lie is to think what I'm facing now is permanent. we have the tendency, especially when we are in some kind of challenging situation. And another common misconception is, or a pitfall, is to miss the treasures that are right at our doorstep. There are so many hidden treasures that Krishna has buried within each and every one of us. But usually these treasures are hidden underneath complacency, laziness, and jealousy. Means we need to work with our own talents, with our own skills and abilities. Srila Prabhupada told a story how there was a farmer working on a field. It was a hot day, sun was blasting, and it was hard work. And the farmer was thinking, I'm producing this grain with so much sweat and endeavor, and then I take it to the grain merchant. And this grain merchant is just comfortably sitting in his office. He has no heavy lifting to do. All he does is just bargains with me for the lowest possible price, leaving me with practically nothing. I wish I could be a grain merchant. I would be so happy. You know what the grain merchant is thinking? He's thinking, I work so hard. I have to hassle with all these farmers. They're always bringing me this inferior quality grain and asking for higher price. All this hard work, and then comes the taxman and takes away half of my hard-earned money. If I could be only a taxman, I would be so happy. And taxman is thinking, nobody likes me. When I come, nobody's at home, because nobody likes to talk to taxman. So he's thinking, I'm ruining my reputation by doing this profession, this job. And at the end, I have to give it away anyway, all to the king. I wish I could be a king. And king is thinking, I have so much hassle managing all these citizens. There's always this politics going on. Other kings are trying to attack us. I need to maintain this army. He looks out of the window and sees farmer. If I could only be a farmer. No anxieties, no pressures. Fresh air all day long. So, which means everybody thinks the person next to them is having a good time. There was a fellow in America, his name was Daniel Simpsons. In old days, he was desperately in need of cash. And it came to the point where he just took the pistol, revolver or gun that was handed down to him from his family many generations. And he went out and robbed the bank. He robbed the bank for $6,000. Well, obviously, he was caught. He was arrested, and on his trial, he was sentenced for 6 years of prison. But also, it was discovered in the trial that the gun that he was using was an antique object, made by an oldest rifle company back in 1918 or something, whatever. It was worth $100,000. He robbed the bank for $6,000, holding a hand in a gun worth $100,000. You think he had some regrets? If he would have only taken a closer look of his inheritance before robbing a bank. So the point is, let us recognize the treasures, hidden treasures that Krishna has given us in the form of our unique talents, skills, our abilities. So, Happy New Year, right? We can celebrate New Year, there's no harm, but in a sober way. Which means by first asking ourselves two important questions. Who am I? And where am I going? Because then we understand what is really important in life, what's really valuable, what do I really want. When we know who we are, then it makes sense to prioritize what is of true importance in life. A new year is excellent time to ask ourselves question, what are our priorities? So, life is very short. And with every new year, we are 1 year older. And Krishna says, time I am, kalos me, in Bhagavad Gita. It is said poetically that by the influence of time, every mountain will turn into powder. Every ocean will be evaporated. And even every planet will turn into dust. Our little tiny bodies, they follow the exact same path. So this is the power of time. It is said that with every rising and setting of the sun, the sun decreases our life, and we are 1 day closer to death. So, New Year means we're 1 year closer to death. Therefore, it's a little bit bizarre to look at how everyone is celebrating tonight, how the time is passing, and how 1 year closer to death. But it is said in Srimad Bhagavatam, in our scripture, but how those who spend their time chanting the glories of the Lord with devotion, by every rising and setting of the sun, they are 1 day closer to eternal life. So those who glorify the Lord, they can genuinely celebrate today, because they are 1 year closer to eternal life. According to the Vedic knowledge, death is the most important transition or journey. Maharaj Yudhishthira, one saintly king in the past, he was really surprised that nobody is preparing for the most important journey, the journey into next life. Because usually we wouldn't fail to prepare for any important journey. We make some preparations. We make sure we have our warm clothes with us, or we have a place to stay. You make some preparations. It makes sense. but nobody does it. And the time is extremely precious. Janakya Pandit, one wise man, he said, you know what is wisdom? Wisdom is to not waste time. Described how even a billionaire, multi-billionaire, who is ready to give up all his wealth to recover 1 second of his time, cannot do so. And at the same time, society around us has a tendency to allure us into wasting so much time with frivolous things that are not at all important. I saw a meme, meme. Actually, I have it in my phone. It was a good one. It says, "Life is short, so make sure you spend 15 hours in the internet daily, Desperately seeking for validation from strangers. So true. But the symptom of sincere devotee is that they don't waste time. Hare Krishna? Krishna? Hare Krishna? Because devotees understand that this human life is so rare. Why? Because it is an opportunity for self-realization. Parallel class going on. So human life is a chance for self-realization. As soon as you take birth as a human being, door for self-realization is open. Therefore, we don't want to waste time. The human life, Prahlad Maharaj, our spiritual master, another saint, the king, he mentions that the youth should be spent by practicing Bhagavata Dharma. Everybody says, yeah, we totally agree, absolutely, you're absolutely right, but I have no time. There's a nice story to illustrate this. With Narada Muni, a great sage, he had a disciple whose name was Kailash. It's a funny story, maybe you heard. Kailash, it's actually a sad story, but Kailash, he was a student. And Narada Muni went to him as a spiritual master, goes to disciple, and told him, I know you're busy with your studies, but please take your spiritual life seriously. And he replied, yes, Guru Maharaj. I totally agree what you say, yes, but I'm so busy with my studies, I have no time at the moment. But when my studies are done, I will definitely do it. Okay, what to do? Narada comes back after a couple of years have passed. Please take your spiritual life seriously. And Kailash said, yes, Guru Maharaj. But now I'm married and I have children and I need to take care of my career. A couple of years passes. Narada comes back. Kailash, so much time has been wasted. Please take your spiritual life seriously. Invest some time in your sadhana, in saintly association. Kailash replies, now my business is going really well. I need to make sure that my children are getting married, and then I can take my spiritual life seriously. After many years, Narada comes back. Children are already married. Kailash is getting old. He's asking, please take your spiritual life seriously. Kailash replies, yes, but now I have grandchildren, and my children don't know how to take care of my business, how to take care of my estate. I need to teach them what to do. Narada comes back after many years, comes to the house of Kailash, and asking, where is Kailash? Oh, he died. He was so sad. I couldn't help him. And then he's about to leave, and there's a dog who's woof woof. Somehow they could communicate, and he understood, this is Kailash. He said, Kailash, what are you doing? He says, please now is your last chance. I give you one more chance. Take your spiritual life seriously, finally. Kailash in the form of a dog says, I will take my spiritual life seriously. I just need to make sure that this house is nicely protected. Well, Narada leaves. What else he can do? Many years pass. He comes back asking, where is the dog? dog died. He's about to leave. And here's and there's a snake. Snake. I'm Kailash. Okay, you're a snake. Okay, your last chance. You take your spiritual life seriously, finally. And then, yes, but another excuse. Narada decided, okay, enough is enough. He went to the family members, previous family members, children, grandchildren, and told them, outside there's a very poisonous snake. And everyone came with the sticks and started beating the snake, their own grandfather and father. And then the snake was, Narada, I'm ready! Okay, come with me. Well, one sense, this is a story of all of our lives. That there's always excuses, why to postpone. When Srila Prabhupada, he met his spiritual master, his Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Then his Guru asked him to please go to the West to distribute Krishna consciousness. And then Prabhupada was a follower of Mahatma Gandhi at the time, and he gave an argument that right now, if I go now, unless India is free country, nobody will take us seriously. Nobody will take seriously exploited nation. So first we have to establish social stability, economics, everything. Then we are being taken seriously. But his guru, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was very firm, very strong. He said, no, Krishna consciousness is the eternal need of every living entity. It cannot wait for any other adjustment. There will always be problems on political level. There will be always problems on personal level. Students like Kailash have always study problems. Businessmen have their reasons, their excuses why to put it off for the next day. So, excuses after excuses. I have no time. But what is time for? And Srila Prabhupada said that the miser is one who dies without God consciousness. Such a waste of human life. Quite straightforward. So today, well, we are about to receive New Year, and it is a tradition that we make New Year resolutions. Maybe it is even fashion. We make resolutions. Even though maybe previously all our resolutions failed, but still we make resolutions, hoping that this time it will be different. This time, next year I will be a much better person, will be a much better devotee. And well, actually it's not, for us it's not a new year. For us, New Year starts from Gaura Purnima. But since everyone is celebrating, we can still take advantage of this, we can say, moment or milestone, how you call it. Sometimes we need some kind of demarcation, some kind of lines, which help us to decide. Okay, I've been thinking about it, I've been talking about it, I've been maybe even praying for it, but I've never done it until now. So, okay, now, yes, this is the time, now I will do it. In that sense, New Year can be very helpful to initiate that transformation, that change in our life. We can take advantage of that. I remember myself, it was 31st December 1999. I had been chanting Hare Krishna mantra for the last 6 months, but not 16 rounds. Like building it slowly up. And when I was about, 10 rounds, then it came the New Year's Eve, and then I just decided, I made my resolution. I will start, from today I start 16 rounds. And in that sense, it really helped. It's helpful. So, New Year's Eve, if we make resolutions, then it's based usually on some kind of inspiration, some surge of energy, inspiration. Yes, I'm going to do this, I'm going to change. And it's good. In order to change, we need willpower. Willpower is a you can say, feature of the mind, of the will. But when we do this resolution based on inspiration, well, for example, you may be inspired to go to gym, start working out. First 3 days you're inspired, and after you're not anymore inspired. So the nature of inspiration is, it's not something logical. It's based on moral sentiment. And it tends to fade away. But we recommend it to do in order to succeed with our resolutions, to use our intelligence and move from inspiration to conviction. Conviction is a sustainable fuel. Conviction can carry us on when inspiration fades away. For example, let's say you decide, I want to start waking up early. And so you put your alarm clock, because you decided, okay, I want to wake up early to use these valuable early morning hours. So when the alarm rings, your mind says, I want to keep sleeping. That's the first voice. But now, what will happen now depends. How strong is your conviction? Therefore, whenever it's recommended, whenever this inspiration comes, you make resolution. You should write it down, verbalize it, write it down, and revisit this regularly. Because when you do that, by that activity, you internalize that resolution. You internalize it. And then when the alarm clock rings, what will win is what you're convinced of. Conviction can only come if you have thought about it enough, deeply. And then you're convinced, yes, I want to wake up for this and this and this reason. So, we use our intelligence to strengthen our conviction. But at the same time, conviction itself is also not enough to sustain. In order to even keep the conviction alive, we need to create the external support system, you can say, to facilitate our conviction. For example, alcoholic may decide, well, he works in a bar and he decides, I'm not going to drink anymore. It doesn't work. Because, well, in that environment, he is triggered constantly. So therefore, it is recommended that in order to facilitate our behaving according to our conviction, to first of all create obstacles between ourselves and things we want to avoid, and at the same time to create facilities to make things you want to do easier. I mean, common sense. But what happens, even if you have strong conviction, there's sometimes what is happening is coming up the spike of desire to do the opposite what you decided. And when this spike of desire comes, the psychologists, they made a research. They studied that if persons are conscious when they make their decisions, they are able to stick to their commitments. But for example, if you're unconscious, you're browsing internet while eating, most likely you go for the unhealthy snack. Therefore, yes, there was a hippie guru in 60s, I think, who wrote the book Be Here Now, famous, which means live in the present moment. That helps us to be conscious. And ultimately, all the resolutions can only succeed when there's a change of heart. Change of heart means purification on a deeper level. Purification means we change the inclination of the mind. When we come in contact with somebody who is pure, a person who is pure, the purity flows into us. And when that happens, the inclination to do the undesirable thing, it goes away naturally. It means that purification will remove inclination. And that's exactly what Krishna consciousness Bhakti Yoga can help us to do. Because Bhakti Yoga is a process that connects us with the whole. And when we connect with the whole, we become whole ourselves. But there's no more powerful process for connecting with the whole than chanting of Mahamantra. This is the most powerful mantra. I heard it's a mantra on steroids. That's what he said. Because Srila Prabhupada explains in Bhagavad Gita that there's no more higher gain for the embodied being than to fully surrender to chanting of the holy name of the Lord. By investing all one's hope and faith in chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because this is, this Mahamantra is, they say, it's the only thing that's not imported from China. Everything else is. It's imported from Goloka, Vrindavan, Krishna's abode, spiritual world. When Chandkazi, that's 500 years ago, Chandkazi, the Muslim ruler, that they tried to ban the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, and then the caste brahmanas, they went to Chandkazi also to complain that this is a secret mantra. If everybody starts chanting the name of God, that the value of the mantra will go down. They foolishly applied this material economics to the holy name of God. This mantra is absolutely transcendental. Nothing can affect it. And by chanting this mantra, through chanting, devotees can always remember Krishna. Anytime, anywhere, in any situation. And when we remember Krishna, we are with Krishna. When our consciousness is with Krishna, we are Krishna conscious, basically. Another quote from Srila Prabhupada. He said, when we remember the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there's no power in this world that can impede our progress. Powerful, nothing can stop us. This is the power of the Hare Krishna mantra. Once a journalist asked Srila Prabhupada, Swami, can you please put in a nutshell, what is the purpose of this movement? Srila Prabhupada, without hesitation, we want to see everybody happy. and he often said that the entire purpose of this whole Vedic culture is Sarve Sukhanto Bhavantu. The principle that let everybody be happy. Was it Tina Turner who was singing the same mantra? Tina Turner from Zurich. Yes. The goal of life is to be happy. And everybody's looking for happiness. So, what it means, Happy New Year. It means to invest into something that's really valuable. Our future depends on where we invest. Every serious business person is really concerned, where do I invest? If we invest in things that will be anyway taken away by time, it's not very smart. We work hard, we accumulate so much wealth, and then everything will be taken away anyway by death. Therefore, we should invest somewhere into something which is secure and has a promising future. We should invest in our self-realization, our enlightenment, our spiritual future. And that investment will never be lost. On the other hand, all the material acquisitions, facilities we have, our money, our educational degrees, our fortune, fame, whatever, at any moment it will be lost. So, we want to invest into something permanent. And in modern day, nowadays, it's very widespread fashion that I will figure it out all myself. It's okay. But the Vedic saints and sages have given us Vedic literature, which is like a instruction manual, user manual of this world. So even simplest thing nowadays comes with a user manual. You get instructions. Step 1, step 2, do this. Everything you buy comes with a user manual. And so Krishna has given Bhagavad Gita, explaining exactly how this world is working. And also Srimad Bhagavatam, which goes even further. Maharaj Parikshit was an emperor of the entire world. He had everything. Beautiful family, prestige, all the opulence, anything you can imagine, dream of. And he was cursed to die in 7 days. Well, this is all our position, in essence. And then he asked the question, what is the purpose of what is the duty of a person who is about to die? else is in the same existential position. We should ask in this exactly same question. So there's a fortunately user manual. So why not to use user manual? There's this saying, yeah, right, that if nothing works, everything fails, then take the user manual. Well, my sincere request to everybody here who doesn't have it yet, if you want to be happy in the upcoming new year, get a set of Srimad Bhagavatam. If you want a happy life, get Srimad Bhagavatam. If you want to make somebody else happy, give them Srimad Bhagavatam. Happiness is there. I read it every day, by the way. Happiness is there. There are role models, there are guidance, inspiration, everything is there. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it's a transcendental literature. Even if you don't read it, you just have it in your home on your shelf. It emanates auspiciousness. So powerful. Yes. Highly recommended. It will open totally new dimension in your life. So, oh yeah, we're about to end. I guess we need to leave some time for questions. Usually we do that. But my humble request is that we carefully see how are we investing every moment of our time. We can ask ourselves how we're gonna spend the 8,760 hours in a near new year, upcoming new year. That's how many hours we have in 1 year. 8,760. So, right, makes sense to think about it a little. And so I hope this upcoming year will be for everybody successful, that you will accomplish things you have been dreaming about, that you will succeed in areas maybe that you have struggled in even decades perhaps. But one thing is sure, if in every situation in this upcoming year we are seeing positive opportunity, then it's guaranteed it will be a happy new year. Hopefully I said something worth reflecting. Well, I invite you to ask something or share your realizations. And tonight we have a Harinam, right? We go out on the streets to the lake to share this most powerful mantra. Maybe you want to say something about it.
I just wanted to ask you a question.
Oh yeah, please.
What recommendation would you give how to set realistic resolutions for a year?
Realistic? Well, Srila Prabhupada showed by his example, he was never thinking small. He was thinking big. Think big, dream even bigger. So, realistic. Yeah, by using common sense, which is most uncommon thing. but at the same time, we should not minimize our goals or our aspirations by thinking small. We should have enough. There's a saying: we should have enough challenging goal, or enough difficult goal to keep us challenged, and enough realistic that keeps us excited. But even if there's a saying, you should go for a rhino. You heard? Rhinoceros. Means if you aim for a bigger goal than is realistic, at least you achieve your realistic results. So no harm to aim for the bigger. Question?
I just want to wish you Dina Dayal Prabhu a happy New Year.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Byron.
And as Prabhu also mentioned, I forgot to tell it earlier, at 11 o'clock, a group, you are invited all to join the Harinam group. We will have, from 11, we will walk down to the lake area and do a Harinam while the New Year is being celebrated amongst the fireworks, etc. It's always an amazing experience with all the others to celebrate New Year, but in our devotional way with them. So you are all invited. I think at 11 o'clock the group will start from here, walking down. So if anyone is interested in that, you can meet outside of the temple at 11 o'clock. So then I also want to thank Dina Dayal Prabhu to giving us a hopeful outlook for the next year. And I invite you also now for our Sunday feast. It's awaiting us outside on the stairway. And wish you a good Sunday and also a Happy New Year. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Happy New Year.
Praise Dina Dayal Prabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Thank you very much. Very nice indeed.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I think it's better. Yeah, it's probably better. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hari Bol.
Navadvip Mayapur. Navadvip Mayapur. Say Mahaprabhu is born there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Our village is there. We have nobody here. Morning 6 o'clock.
Right hand. Use your right hand.
Because we don't touch anything that is like not good. Don't touch this, don't touch that. If we don't break anything, that is the thing. Just don't break. That's the main thing. Don't break. If we look, what's part of it? He also loves tea. He loves tea the most. No, that's not Krishna, that's God.